So Draymond Green is officially a free agent, but what does that mean for him and his future? Let's talk about it. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's DLloyd, man, and we already expected Draymond Green to decline his player option. Well, today he made that official. He will be declining his $27.5 million contract with the Golden State Warriors, which means Draymond Green is an unrestricted free agent, free to sign with any team in the league. But what teams could actually sign Draymond Green, and which teams make sense for Draymond Green to want to go to? Because if you look at free agency and you look at the teams with the cap space to sign Draymond Green, there's not very many. Some of the teams that come to mind to me that have the cap space and maybe could make sense for Draymond Green, there's really only two, maybe a third if you want to throw that in there. But you have the Detroit Pistons, which makes sense. They have cap space, they're a young team, and Draymond Green played at Michigan State. So maybe returning back home for him could be some incentive if the Golden State Warriors don't want to, pay Draymond Green a ton of money. He could go there, he could mentor some of the young guys. Maybe that makes some type of sense. And of course, if he goes back to Detroit, he will be reunited with James Wiseman, who of course the Golden State Warriors drafted a few years back, who they traded last season to the Pistons. Now, the team that makes the most sense if he was to leave Golden State to me is of course the Oklahoma City Thunder, a team that has money, has about 30 draft picks over the next few years, a lot of draft picks, and they are a very good core of players, or have a very good core of players that could be a problem. Add Draymond Green to that mix, and now OKC could make some noise in the playoffs potentially, because I like what Draymond Green could bring. He has that veteran leadership, he plays with that tenacity, and he's very versatile offensive and defensive player. Of course, he's not going to score points for you, but OKC is kind of like Golden State. They don't need Draymond Green to come in and score a ton of points. They have guys that can score already, but he provides spacing, and that could be a very scary fit for opposing teams if Draymond Green does go back to OKC. I really love that fit, and I think you should consider that if you're Draymond Green. If you're OKC, I'm on the phone. I'm seeing if I could somehow get Draymond Green to come if the Golden State Warriors don't come correct. Another team that I think is way less likely, but it is a possibility, because of course we heard the Phoenix Suns, but that is out with Bradley Beal. They have no money. You have a team like the San Antonio Spurs. You're going to get Victor Wembanyama there. Maybe he could be there to mentor, but I don't think he moves a needle and gets San Antonio where they need to be. I still think San Antonio, even with the addition of Victor Wembanyama, is a few years away from being any type of contender. And I think in Draymond Green's case, he's going to want to contend. That's why I'm not so big on Detroit, not so big in San Antonio. OKC could be a sleeper, but of course, the main destination for Draymond Green is to return back to the Golden State Warriors. I think that is a mutual feeling between him and, of course, the front office. You heard some rumblings that they are focused on bringing him back. It makes a ton of sense. Draymond Green opts out, maybe gets paid a little bit more money, and even if not, at the very least, he gets more security because he's not playing on a one-year deal. You could extend that 3-4 more years potentially, and you're going to stay and probably retire in Golden State. Of course, for the Warriors, you had to make that decision. Are we going to spend all of our cap space, especially with that new CBA going to be coming into play? Are you going to spend all your cap space and pay that luxury bill for pretty much your old team, right? You're going to make sure Draymond is okay. You're going to make sure Clay is okay. Of course, you're going to make sure Steph is okay. Andrew Wiggins is not a cheap player neither. So that is a decision Golden State's going to have to decide, because if you don't think this team can win a championship, it might be the time to let Draymond Green walk, and then you're kind of gearing up to blow this thing up in a matter of seasons. So I think ultimately Draymond Green does return. I think he will be a Golden State Warrior probably for the rest of his career. But you guys let me know. Do you guys like the fit of Draymond Green in Golden State, like staying in Golden State? Do you think the Warriors should go down this route? Or do you think Draymond Green should look, at some other teams? The Pistons, OKC. That's me. I'm pounding for OKC. Maybe OKC, you know, like I said, get on the phone, try to make that happen. Or maybe even another team that I have not considered. If you have a suggestion, let us know in the comment section below. But let me know what you guys think, man. It's DLloyd. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.